Well, there are actually many. And as I told you, because I'm a Bengali, I actually grew up reading a lot of Bengali literature. And there are many, many Bengali writers that I'm completely fascinated with. And till today, when I draw, I just have those audiobooks playing and I listen to those stories. I go back to those stories more and more. But one of the main writers that I really liked while I was growing up in Calcutta is her name is Leela Majumdar. She's a children's book author. And her stories are so, I would say, at the time when she was writing, and now we talk about progressiveness and empowerment, but her stories in those times, they were so ahead of the time. And they were so just. And I loved those stories. Maybe at that age, I was not able to understand the nuances of those stories, which I understand now much better. But definitely, I completely enjoyed reading each and every story by Leela Majumdar. Well, I have 3 books, but let's go one by one. So the first one, I already have it with me. This is my next graphic novel. It's called Terminal 3, and it's with Penguin India. It's releasing on 17th of April. And this is a story, it's written and illustrated by me. It's a graphic novel that I've done. And it's a YA graphic novel. It's about this girl. Her name is Khwab Nazir. She's a Kashmiri girl and she's a jiu-jitsu champion. Yes, and this is a story about her and her journey. And the name Terminal 3 is because the story is set in August 2019 when she's waiting at the Delhi International Airport at Terminal 3 and thinking about, her past growing up in the valley. So this is the first book I'm really, really excited about. The other 2 books, I'll just speak very briefly. One is called Ganesha Goes Green. It's a picture book, and it's releasing in the US with Barefoot Books. So it's also almost done, and it's going to be releasing very soon. So that's one picture book that I'm really excited about. And the third book is another graphic novel that I'm currently working on, and it's with Soaring Kite Books. It's also in the US, and it's a graphic novel about this little girl who is from Himachal Pradesh in India, and she's a boxer. So these are the 3 books that I'm very excited about. If you're a reluctant reader, which I am, because I also started as a reluctant reader, when I see so many words in front of me, I feel like, oh my God, where do I start? So I became a visual reader. And I think that's my first step. And that's why I also end up creating more visual stories, because I think visuals, and we really underestimate visuals at many levels. There's this saying that I have particularly faced this problem because I'm a comics creator, I'm a graphic novelist. A lot of people tell me that, oh, you graduate from, visuals to novels, like proper novels. Whereas to me, it's not like that. Words and visuals, they have equal weight, equal importance. And if you're a reluctant reader, I would say you don't have to read words all the time. You can also read visuals, start from there. And then, the world is yours. You can explore it the way you want. A lot of books, like, for example, the book that I mentioned with the graphic novel that I'm doing with Soaring Kite Books. And also there is another graphic novel which is coming up, with a publisher in the UK. When I have conversations with editors, we actually talk about the reluctant readers. And one of the reasons why the graphic novels or graphic novels for children is, that market is expanding, because there are many reluctant readers and they would love to read or enjoy more and more graphic novels, which are graphic stories, visual stories. And that really helped them understand and engage them as readers. So that's something that it's not just me telling, but also people have been realizing it and they're working towards it. French literature, actually, the bande dessinée, if you read, there are amazing stories which are very important, like political stories, like you said, stories from conflict zones, important issues that one needs to understand. Sometimes it's difficult to decode those things through words, but it's easier to do it through visuals.